Hello everyone. I would like to introduce this topic for standard 5 to 8 because this module is very important from the point of view of writing various creative writing where you have to describe a person, place and event, especially when it comes to essay, letter writing, diary writing, report writing, autobiography, story ending and story beginning. Remember that you are a good writer only if you are able to make the reader visualize the character that you are presenting in your writing skill. Just that you will be drawing it with your words. A good descriptive essay will say, show, don't tell. How many of you have experienced this? At the dining table at home in the night, with all your enthusiasm, you will be telling your parents or your brother, your siblings about an incident that happened in school or with one of your friends. You will use all your descriptive skills to ensure that they get the same feeling that you enjoyed that moment. So students, if you are so talented in describing, then what happens to you in your composition book? After 4 lines, you submit your books to your teacher. Actually, descriptive essay is a very simple and an interesting topic. The only thing is you should know how to handle it, and that is what I am here for. You remember this character from CID? He is ACP Pradyuman. He makes anyone write a good descriptive essay. Remember his famous dialogue, signature dialogue. वो दिखने में कैसा लगता था? It exactly means you describe the person. He makes anyone describe the person, and with the help of the words, he makes the artist draw the person. So kids, finally, descriptive essay is all about how well you describe the person, which makes your essay interesting. Now let us see what is the feature of a good descriptive essay. It has to have 3 main structure: an introduction, a good body and a conclusion. So without much ado, let us get into writing an introduction. Writing an introduction. Why your introduction has to be good? Because that is the first thing that any reader would go through. When you go through a newspaper, the articles that you read are the articles whose headlines impress you. So that is what the introduction is all about. There are 3 parts to an introduction: the hook, the background information and the statement. The hook, the name itself tells you that it is to catch the attention of the reader. The whole purpose of a hook is to draw the reader's attention and to make the reader want to read more of your essay. When you are writing an introduction, please pay attention to these. You start your introduction with a quotation, with a question, with a fact, with the statistics. You can even start your introduction with a joke. Do not start the traditional way of writing. This essay will be about. Next is the background. The purpose of the background is to give little information about your topic. Just give away the main points, why the topic is so relevant or so important, like an outline essay. And do not tell them everything I am going to talk about. This is your main statement. This is the position which we call it. The purpose of the main statement is to tell the reader the main topic. So here are a few things that you need to do. Be clear and specific, and with the main statement you will put an end to your introduction and try to be original. So in your main statement you are going to tell what is going to follow in the body in a very crisp manner. Don't be vague, like the topic is about something. Next, we will go to the body section. Now I know what I am going to teach you. You have never done this. But please understand, to explain the body to the reader, you need to show him the essay. And how can you do this? By using your sensories. I hope you all are aware of sensories. There are 5 sense organs. Okay, so when you are talking about something, you are going to tell the reader what you saw, what you felt, what you smelled, what you heard, or what you felt. So in this way, the reader gets a very clear picture of your description. Now look at the screen. Please note that you have to make the reader feel your essay. When I mean by feeling, he has to smell, taste, see, feel, hear everything that you're trying to say in your essay. You have to be ready with a list of words before you write this essay. I'll be teaching you brain mapping after the introduction, the body and the conclusion. Now I will tell you some examples of how to handle these sensories. For sight, I could use words like brilliant color, greasy feeling, coarse powder, crisp iron shirt, crumpled shirt. To elaborate the sense of sound, I will use screeching brakes of a car, or water from the tap that is leaking, gasping breath. To deal with the next sense, that is the sense of smell, you can always use sweet smell or even foul odor, stink, pungent odor. To explain the sense of touch, the clothes were damp, he got drenched in the rain, silky feeling, slippery roads. And finally, to explain the sense of taste, tangy taste, very appetizing, refreshing juice. I'm not going to bombard you with all these right now. In fact, in the next step, I have given you a list of the words that you could use for your creative writing. So this is how you are going to write the body using the sensories. But along with this, you need to have a collection of sentence starters, descriptive words, and also some literary devices. In the higher classes, you can use figure of speech and all. But at the moment, you could use conjunction and not just use the same words again and again. For example, if you are describing funny, you can also always use amusing, comical, hilarious, humorous, witty. So don't just stick to one word, you try to have a collection, and you need to practice this. This doesn't come overnight. You need to practice. You write one word, get the synonyms of all these words, and then you can use it in your descriptive essay. Now after this, I would like to discuss the concluding part. The conclusion, just like the introduction, has 3 structures. You remember the statement of aim, the third point in the introduction. That will come as the first structure in the conclusion, restating your statement of aim. After that, you are going to summarize your body in 2 lines, and finally draw a closure. When I say draw a closure, you have to follow one of the 3. Either you have to say that what you have observed, or the call for action, or a quotation. In your observation, you are going to write something like this: if there is so much of food grain in the country, why are the people hungry? Call for action is, if there is so much of food grain, why does the government not do anything about it? And quotation. Quotation is something that you can write, but you need to be a good reader to write a quotation. So you can do with conclusion by observing and call of action. Now this is all about writing a good descriptive essay. Now this was the theory part of it. Now we would practice this and apply this to our descriptive essay in our next discussion.